It was one of the greatest British sitcoms of all time. A show so razor-sharp, so hilariously chaotic, that even decades later, fans still quote its most outrageous lines. But then, just like that, it was gone. A mere 12 episodes. So how did Fawlty Towers come to an end? And what inspired its unforgettable chaos? The story begins far from the studio lights. In 1970, John Cleese and the Monty Python crew were filming in the seaside town of Torquay. They checked into the Glen Eagles Hotel, expecting comfort and hospitality, but found anything but. The owner, Donald Sinclair, was rude, suspicious, and unpredictable. In one legendary incident, he hurled a guest's briefcase over a wall, convinced it was a bomb. Another time, he corrected a guest's knife and fork etiquette as though it were a punishable offense. Cleese watched in disbelief, but also saw comedy gold. He took notes. Years later, he and his then-wife Connie Booth would create Fawlty Towers. Basil Fawlty, the short-tempered, socially inept hotel owner, was essentially Sinclair magnified for comedic effect. From sarcastic outbursts to sheer incompetence, Basil became a classic figure, immortalized in TV history. Sinclair himself reportedly never realized he was the inspiration. Fawlty Towers premiered on BBC Two in 1975. Critics were confused. One called it a disaster, but audiences adored it. Basil's endless rage, Sybil's commanding presence, Polly's calm intelligence, and Manuel's clueless enthusiasm created a perfect storm of absurdity. Each episode was a farcical masterpiece of misunderstandings, slapstick, and social satire. The show's brilliance lay not just in its humor, but in its character's depth. Basil was insecure, desperate to impress, yet hopelessly self-sabotaging. Despite early success, the show's path wasn't smooth. John Cleese and Connie Booth divorced in 1978, yet continued working together to complete the second series in 1979. Their creative partnership endured, proving that great comedy sometimes thrives amid personal chaos. Fawlty Towers remained only 12 episodes, but its impact was immense. Reruns cemented its legacy, and by 2000, the British Film Institute ranked it as the greatest British television series of all time. Not every episode was without controversy. The Germans remains the most infamous. Basil, suffering a concussion, disastrously attempts diplomacy with German guests, repeatedly blurting out, "Don't mention the war," before goose-stepping across the lobby in absurd Hitler imitation. Some found it offensive, yet Cleese defended it as satire of Basil's stupidity, not a glorification of anything offensive. Today, debates continue about humor, political correctness, and context, but the episode's comedic genius endures. Behind the scenes, the cast endured their own challenges. Andrew Sachs, playing Manuel, suffered physical comedy injuries, including a bruise from a frying pan hit and burns from a kitchen fire scene. Prunella Scales, Sybil, brought her sharp comedic timing to life, despite a warm off-screen personality. Connie Booth quietly left acting for psychotherapy after the show, while John Cleese continued to create comedy, from A Fish Called Wanda to animated roles, and even plans for a 2024 Fawlty Towers reboot with his daughter Camilla Cleese. Decades later, Fawlty Towers remains untouchable. Its blend of chaos, timing, and human absurdity continues to delight, provoke, and inspire. From Sinclair's disastrous hotel to Basil's eternal exasperation, the story reminds us that the finest comedy often grows from real-life madness, and that genius sometimes requires chaos, both on and off the screen.